Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sorry about missing last night's live stream. I didn't have to. I wanted to take my daughter to go see Pink, and it was on a Wednesday, so that's why there was no live stream last night. But to make up for that, I'm going to drop one of our most popular episodes ever, and it's with Dominique Provost-Chalkley, and she's a very awesome person, and one of the reasons why I'm dropping this is because Wynonna Earp got picked up again, I believe, for a movie called Vengeance. And it's something, if you're an Earper, I mean, obviously you're going to go check it out. So check out this interview from back in, I believe it was 2016. It was a very long time ago. Back when they were still in maybe season 1 or 2 of Wynonna Earp. So I think it was like the Way Hot thing was like a big deal back then. So hopefully you enjoy the interview. We all did. She's a great person. So check it out. Here we go.
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification. Blacker than black times infinity.
Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy. Alongside me, we have Stitch, we have Kronos, and we have Blue. What's up? This is a special S-Class interview. We have the lovely and talented Dominique Provost-Chalkley, also known as the Notorious DPC. Thanks for coming back on with us. This is interview number 2 with you.
It is.
Our first repeater.
I'm very happy to see you guys. How is everyone? Everyone's good?
Yeah,
of
course. Doing great.
Looking forward to my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys haven't had that yet. Yeah, we don't have it in the UK, Thanksgiving. So then we've just had it in Canada, right? Because I'm now in Canada, whole big thing, and moved countries. But you now have it. When is your Thanksgiving?
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I made a bunch of sweet potato pies for these guys.
And that's cool. It's going to be great.
Wait, so is the Canadian one just like the American one? They just eat a bunch of food, turkey and stuff?
Yeah, that's basically what everyone did here. I'm new to this. Right, like, food, not doing much. I'll do this again. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Let's dive right in then. I know, or I was told by the interwebs that you have a background in musical theater. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe a dream role for you?
Sure. So I do have a background in musical theatre. I started off thinking that that's what I wanted to do because I had a very strong dancing background. Let me know if I'm cutting in and out, by the way, you guys. Because I'm sorry about the internet, but yeah. So I started off primarily as a dancer and trained since I was 4 years old. And so naturally, when I started having an interest in acting, it seemed to be like the logical thing because I can dance, sing, and act. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. That said, for me, to be completely honest with you, I'm like very happy to be going into TV and film because I realized when I was actually in it that it wasn't necessarily for me, just the 8 shows a week thing and like, you know, very kind of cheesy. I was like, I'm gonna try and see if I can work in more of like a serious kind of TV film genre. So that's that was the path that I went on. But I'm more excited to be stuck into what I'm doing now, really.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Well, if you weren't into acting and stuff like that, what side gig would you have?
I think it would have to be
working at Starbucks or something. A singer? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I play guitar as well, and I write my own music, so it would be that. I never show anyone because I'm too nervous to actually show anyone.
Oh, come on!
Time to make your debut.
You gotta release that mixtape.
I just grab the guitar and start playing.
Exactly.
Wait, So who influenced you to play the guitar?
I just have always been big into singing, and I used to listen to all sorts of stuff, but primarily I used to listen to like Anita Baker and like amazing singers, like old Motown singers and stuff like that. And I just think that like vocal qualities is like one of the coolest things in the world if you can manage to make your voice do like very intricate stuff. So it's kind of, that was been my inspiration. And now I just kind of mix a few genres together and play along when I fancy it.
We knew you had soul. We knew it.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah, that's extremely talented. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away. That's pretty mesmerizing in itself. If you could actually like go back in time and play and be in like an older film, what would be like a movie that you would love to see yourself like cast in?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I would love to do something that is completely not my casting. So, like, obviously an actor's dream is to do a wide range of things. And I always get kind of put into this sweet, kind of nice girl character.
Arch-villain coming.
Saying that, Waverly next season, get ready.
Uh-oh.
I get to play all sorts of stuff coming up, so I'm super excited. But I'd probably play something really badass, like I'd probably do something like Pulp Fiction or something like that. Be like, you know what I mean? Completely not what anyone would put me in, just because you've given me the option, right? I'd be like, yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Holy shit, I like that. Hey, so to get a little personal, if you feel comfortable, can you describe maybe your like worst dating experience? Because the fans do want to know.
They want to know my worst dating experience. It's just really horrible because what if by chance the person like watches, right? And then you just feel
No, you have to let them know.
Yeah, you know.
They might have thought it was great.
Okay, I will tell you that. So, shock horror. I was on Tinder when a little few years ago, as everybody I'm sure has done at some point. And I just thought I'll give it a go because everybody was talking about it, and I hadn't dated in a while. So I got myself on Tinder, and it was when I was in Calgary. Oh no! Now I've told you more.
It's narrowing down. Where were you at? That's just gotta think.
Yeah, give him a fake name.
Is she doing a mannequin
so I was
pose?
like, oh, it's a great. Yes, yeah, exactly. No, so I thought it would be a good idea to meet people and like be able to see different parts of somewhere new, right? So I went on the first ever date that I'd been on, and it was all going well. It was very awkward, but it was kind of okay. And then he just started burping and blowing it in my face.
What?
And I was like,
Did you punch him in the dick?
I was trying to direct it out the side, like a little and a kind of thing, but it just kept coming around. I was like, oh god, that's another one. I don't know how many more I can
That's
put up
gross.
with. Like, it was very, poor guy. Maybe he had a problem. I don't know.
So there was no second date then?
There was no second date. And he was really sweet, so I just want to make it clear that he was a very sweet guy. I feel dreadful now, and I'm probably going to go to hell.
His loss, though. I mean, damn, he missed out.
Yeah.
Rude behavior.
He's probably sitting somewhere crying in his coffee or something. Like, I know that girl. I kept burping in her face.
Crying, burping in his coffee.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you talked about season 2 for like a half a second, but do you think are you going to get more action scenes in season 2?
For Waverly?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited about season 2. Just as a side note, you have no idea. Like, I'm the most giddy person in the whole wide world about going back and filming second season. It feels like we've been gone for such a long time. It has been ages, and I moved countries for a bit, and I've had a huge adventure. So it's like you put that project, you don't put it to bed, but it kind of goes to the back of your mind, and then you're doing everything else and auditioning and whatnot, and then suddenly I realized that I'm going back to do the coolest role in the world on like the most crazy, amazing TV show. So I'm like, bring it on, and what's been really exciting is that I've spoken to Emily a couple of times more recently, and she's like, Dominique, get ready.
Ooh.
Shit's gonna go down. You know what I mean? Like, Waverly has got an incredible. The way we left off obviously was completely mental. She touched the goo. Who knows why? And we saw what happened. And then also, like, is she even an Earp? I mean, it left Waverly on so many cliffhangers. It's like, I can't even imagine where they're going to be able to go with it. It's extremely exciting. I think that she's definitely going to get a lot more kind of badass action scenes, which I'm not mad about. And yeah, I can't wait to go back and play. Just get there and start playing.
Awesome.
I was going to ask, so what's it like having the fans just like approach you on the street? Is that something that happens frequently? Does it get really awkward? Or are you really like open to, I mean, obviously there's sort of etiquette to it. You shouldn't approach people when they're trying to have like a nice meal or something like that. And
Like Blue does.
Yeah, if you're on a date and someone's burping in your face, then obviously maybe we shouldn't approach you. But if we see you just like walking on the street, what's like? Can you tell us what's it like to be approached by some of your fans?
You know what? It hasn't happened very often.
Oh, no.
To be completely honest with you. So because I don't know if it's because I'm based in Canada at the moment, and obviously the majority of the fans are probably from the US because of SyFy and whatnot. But every time it has happened a handful of times. I've been more excited than them. This is so exciting. Like the first time it ever happened, I was at Gay Pride in Toronto.
Nice.
And this girl, she was the sweetest girl ever, and I felt like I was more nervous than her. It was very strange. I was like, I'm actually like a big fan of you for coming up and actually having the guts to come and say hi. It was a whole big thing. So to be honest with you, we have got such an incredible fan base. And I mean, I don't know if you guys follow like all the Twitter and stuff, but there is so much positivity that everybody is pushing out. I honestly don't think that I could ever have a bad experience because everyone's really cool and chill and nice and like just wanting to, support a good show that represents great things. And it's like, cool, if you're on board, I'm on board. Let's, so I feel like I don't think I could ever have a bad experience, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll come on next time and it'll be like a surfing story and a whole thing to tell you. Who knows?
It's all good. If it's a bad experience, we'll find them. It's all good.
So, piggybacking on that, what's it like to help so many people come to terms with who they are and basically to have folks in the LGBT community be inspired by Waverly and the Way Hot stuff and our relationship and come out of the closet to their family and friends? What's that like to be that inspirational?
It's the best feeling in the world ever. It really, really is. And it's, I've spoken about this a few times now, and I never ever want it to lose its, how genuine I feel about it, because it's been the most incredible journey for me as well, just to see how it had such an effect on people and be able to speak with people, even if it's through the internet, just about their experiences. It's like, how special is that you can play a role that inspires and influences people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel so honored. I feel like the luckiest person in the world, honestly. I feel like Emily gave me a gift and I just did my best with it, and I'm so glad that people are responding so well to it and that it has helped people. It's the best feeling in the world. Yeah.
Awesome.
I have a weird question for you, since you're from the UK. What in the world is spotted dick, and is it any good?
Wow.
You're my new favorite person.
Nice job, Kronos.
Awesome question.
I mean, I've been to the UK too, but I've never actually seen it, so I know it's a food.
Yeah. I don't eat meat.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that it's some kind of meat and it's gross. That's what I would say to you. And so maybe stay clear of it. But also, you should ask every Brit that question. I would love to see you ask like every British actor and see what the response is and see if anyone actually eats it, because I definitely don't. Yeah,
that's always one of my questions that I had.
Oh my gosh,
I love that.
That, and why do you pronounce aluminum weird? I guess maybe we announce it. Maybe we say it weird. I know it's aluminium. So.
say it weird.
Holy
Aluminium.
It sounds cooler when you say it, so yeah. You're right. I'm going to say it your way from now on. It's aluminium. I'm on your side.
tripping people out.
That's hilarious. It's hard to transition. We were talking about going from that, but in terms of your story arc, did you learn about that before the show, or do you kind of get an idea on where it's going as you're filming?
The last season, we literally just read episode by episode.
Okay.
So there would be like Saturday morning, and I would be there reading the next script with my cup of coffee and madly texting Tim Rose on being like, shit's getting real. Oh my God. I think it's serious stress. And it was actually became like a really lovely ritual, like, you know, finding out where it's going. And I think in many ways it's easier for an actor to do that because you're not preempting anything. You're just living with exactly what's given.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. There's 2 dogs here right now.
Okay. That's cool. I can hear myself back now. This is very weird.
Oh, I can fix it. Is it better now?
Yeah.
There we go.
So.
Magical.
Yeah, so what was I saying? What was I talking about?
You're talking about the story arc in terms of you opening it up on a Saturday morning and it's sort of being like a present.
I think it's easier in many ways to be able to just live in that moment and for that episode, and then just keep kind of dealing with what's coming at, you know, as it's presented to you, rather than knowing already. Like if I had known that Waverly wasn't even an Earp, or potentially not even an Earp, and all of that stuff, and that, you know, Nicole and I were going to hook up and whatever, I think maybe I would have played it differently. Maybe I wouldn't. It would be really interesting to know the differences. But Emily has said to me for this season, she's like, do you want to know what happens? And there's a big part of me that's like super intrigued, but at the same time I'm like, I'm gonna leave it and do the same as last time, because it was just so much more fun that way, if that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, so I got a question back on for season 1, and this is something that all of the fans keep bringing up over and over and over again, especially on some of these wonderful Facebook groups. When Waverly said, "I love her," and I think it was towards the end, maybe episode 13, don't quote me, do you think that was the first time?
Yeah.
With Officer Hot? Okay. That was the first time for him. And what was that? What do you think Waverly was going through mentally for that? In that moment.
That was a really hard scene, actually, because there was so much going on, and I really wanted to get it right, because when do you ever see 4 badass females in a scene together without any guys? Not talking about guys. Literally, it was such an amazing scene to shoot. And we had, obviously, Natalie's incredible, and Mel's doing her stuff as she does every single day, like delivering. And then I thought about that line quite a lot, because I think, yes, it was the first time that it ever came out of her mouth, but the stakes were so high. It's like, what do you say in that situation? You know what I mean? Like, someone's got a gun pointed at your girlfriend. It's like, you haven't even really told your sister about this relationship. And I think it came out of, that's the only thing she could think about saying. It's just like, help. You know what I mean? Help, because I'm in love with this woman. I need you to understand the severity of this situation right now, because it's life or death, and I want you to know.
You cut out a little bit towards the end. Can you get that last part in?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. So I was just saying that I think it, you know, in that moment, not knowing what to say, it's the main thing I needed to get across, or what Waverly needed to get across, was the severity of the situation. And it's like, you know, somebody's got a gun pointed at her. I need you to know. It's like, help me. You know what I mean? I'm in love with this woman, and you need to know it's not just like a fling. I'm not just having sex with her or whatever. It's like, this is the real deal. And I think that's where that came from.
It definitely came across. That was a very powerful scene. I just got to tell you that.
Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. That was very kind of you.
All right. Old Ninja joined us late as hell, but just to put that out.
I was stuck in traffic. There's an accident on the freeway.
Nobody care about your traffic shit.
Yeah. Oh, well. Good to see you again, Dominique.
What would be a good theme song or like background music to your life? Like if you were just like walking down the street, what would be like like if you had like a band following you or like a DJ, what song would be constantly sort of playing as you bust up in a room somewhere?
I feel like mainly because I just love this song, but "Son of a Preacher Man" by Dusty.
Oh, okay.
Or like, I don't know why, I just love that vibe, like the preacher's son, when daddy will visit, come along. Like the
yes.
soul in that song. Or maybe maybe like a great Stevie. I don't know which one. Maybe I Wish by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, I love it. Very
Ooh.
nice.
I think
We're still here.
did you hear that?
Yeah. I Wish by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know, but you're asking these questions. That's a big question. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you want to, if you want to just answer your questions in like sing-song form, that's completely fine with us. Like I'm just mesmerized. Like, and please, break out that guitar if you feel like it. If you just want to get your groove on, just have a jam session with us. Gladly, feel free to do so.
I can sing along with you. You know, I'm a little bit famous.
Do you come to any American shows or concerts? Have you been in any concerts in the U.S.?
Oh, say that again.
Have you been
Sorry,
to any
you broke up 2 seconds, but I think we're back.
Okay. Have you been to any concerts in the U.S.?
No, never.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not sad.
Very sad.
Favorite concert in the UK then or Canada that you've been to?
One that just sticks out from this years and years ago, I think it's probably because it was one of my first ever concerts, was I went and saw Macy Gray before she got big, and that was she was amazing. Like, nice. I just remember being like, woo! But I also saw the Roots live, and they were amazing.
Nice.
In Bristol, because I'm obviously a Bristol girl. And that was really cool and intimate, and again, like, yeah. I spoke to them after. That was a really good concert. I don't know, yeah. I need to go and see some more concerts in the US, though, for sure, when I'm around. Because now that I'm spending a bit more time there, I should definitely check it out.
Yeah, you're pretty close, so, yeah, Canada's not far.
Yeah.
Let's flip this around a little bit. Usually on interviews, we just ask you a bunch of questions. But do you have any questions for Americans in general or anything for us?
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. You keep, the internet keeps going. Do I have any questions for you guys?
Or yeah, just like about like weird things that Americans do or anything like that. Like I asked you this probably a big question, so you might have probably do something weird.
It's at a big time, obviously, because of the election. Obviously, it's like, oh,
why did you elect
Donald
Trump?
Yeah.
We did.
Do I have any questions? Let me think about it, and I'll let you know if I do. How's it?
No problem.
Have you guys talked about the kissing scene from Wynonna Earp yet? Has that question been asked?
Not in detail. Go ahead.
Because I kept jumping out of the room because I brought my dog here. She's been barking, so I've been out and out of the room. But so in this season, you had like a kissing scene with another.
I'm so sorry.
female.
It's confusing, you guys.
Oh, you got us now?
Can you see
I'm
us?
so sorry, you guys.
You want to switch to the?
Just give me one second. It's just gonna it does a thing and then it will be back.
No problem.
Okay,
Okay.
so just try and say that again. Something about a kissing scene.
Yeah. So on this season of Wynonna Earp,
And you got that black list, man.
so there you have like an intimate kissing scene
And a relationship.
On top of that, with another female. How was that kissing scene? And did you slip in a tongue?
Wait,
Almost let me spit out my soda.
that would be
Oh.
No. I can't remember exactly if there was tongue, if I'm honest, but I do remember that there was a conversation that was had in the makeup trailer before we did it, because I was a bit nervous, as you do with anyone that you're having, you have to kiss on camera, because you want to make sure that it's hot and you want to make sure that it's hot straight away. And sometimes you don't have a huge amount of time. But I remember Kat and I turned to each other in the makeup chair, and I think it was her that said, "So if by accident it just happens to slip in, are you cool with that?" And I was
wow.
Wow.
Man, this interview is the best.
This is awesome.
And did you say yes or no?
Of course I said yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Confirmation, internet.
I was curious. I was like, I wonder how that conversation goes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's always awkward, no matter who you're doing a kissing scene with, just because you've spent so much time together. And we were friends by this point, we've done a good amount of episodes and drunk enough wine on a Saturday night to realize that we're good friends. And then it's suddenly you have to break that boundary of then, kissing each other. But we were so cool about it. We just wanted to make sure that we represented it in the best possible way. And I think that's why she said that, just because it's whatever happens in the moment, let's not hold back or push it too far. Like, let's just do whatever happens in that moment as like actors, you know? Mm-hmm. So, and I think that was the best possible way we could have approached it. And I hope that it came across on scene, because I mean, that scene was very important for Waverly's journey and for Nicole's journey.
That scene felt so intimate and real. It was really inspiring, and it was one of my favorite parts. And it's funny because when we interviewed you earlier this year, that scene hadn't aired yet, and there were hints and innuendos in the show, and I was like, I wonder if they're going this direction. And then when it hit and the way hot moment happened, everybody lost their mind. They were like, holy shit, it's here, it's real. Way hot is the truth. So, sorry. I just had to add that.
Thank you.
Actually, that probably contributed. That was our second most listened to episode ever, actually. Was the one that you and Shamir were on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aw, that's awesome.
Do you know when season 2 actually airs? Because we were so proud and happy when the announcement happened at San Diego Comic-Con about season 2 for Wynonna Earp. When does season 2 air? I know you filmed some of it, right? I'm sorry. We didn't get that. Did we get...
You still there?
I think she might be back.
No, she's playing the mannequin challenge.
Sorry, it froze, but we're back.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead, man.
No. Is it about when it actually airs?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but I know that they want it to come as quickly as possible. So that's why we were going to start shooting in January. They've now brought it back to December, so that we can get it done as quick as possible, so that the fans aren't waiting forever. And I know that SyFy are pushing for that, and the production, and obviously all of us guys. So we're going to try and get it out as soon as possible, but I don't have an exact start date for you, unfortunately.
That's okay. We'll wait on pens and needles. That's all good.
Thanks. But it's going to be good, and it's going to be worth the wait, because it's like, I think with sci-fi shows and genre shows, it's so exciting, because it takes a while to get all the framework set up, and like to find the feet with everything, and like especially when it's such a complex mythology. And it's like, now we've got to 13, it was like everybody's on board, everybody knows what's going down, and now we can just play from here. We don't have to like set anything up. Mm-hmm. So I think, from my understanding, season 2 is going to be 10 times better than season 1, and we'll start where we left off with episode 13. And if you can imagine where we were with episode 13, which is I think was amazing, it's like we can only keep going up, which so it's going to be worth the wait, you guys.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Old Ninja, you have one?
Yeah, just really quick. Over the summer, you were at Comic-Con. How did you enjoy that? Was this your first Comic-Con, actually?
I think we froze.
Oh, Comic-Con was amazing. Yes, it was my first Comic-Con. We'd done WonderCon before, and then we did Comic-Con, and I was like, it can't get more crazy than WonderCon, and then it did. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, this is crazy, but in the best possible way. And it was amazing meeting even more of the fans, feeling, by that point, it was like the show had actually aired, and seeing the reaction and seeing how far people had traveled to come and see how much it meant to them, like the show actually means something to them, it's just all the gratification and like everything that you wish for, like in front of your eyes. So yeah, I mean, I think by all the photos of me at Comic-Con, the next day I was like, wow, I've like got like a grin from here to here. I'm like so overexcited. I look like just this crazy woman, but I think it's a good representation of how I was feeling, for sure.
Awesome. Do you have any plans to come out to a Pride Day out here in San Francisco?
Great question.
To where?
Pride Day. It's like a gay Pride Day. It's like a parade and stuff.
I'd love to. In San Fran.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
San Francisco. I went to San Francisco after Comic-Con, because we did. Wait, was it after Comic-Con? Yeah, it was after Comic-Con, and I went. And I flew to San Francisco just because I'd never been, and was like, I have to check out San Francisco whilst I'm like relatively close, and have like the best week ever. I think that it's like one of my favorite places I've ever been, for sure.
You didn't mind, the urine smell?
What did you say?
You didn't mind the urine smell of San Francisco?
London, so don't worry about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it washes away in London because it rains a lot there. So here it just kind of stacks up, and we haven't got rain lately.
Well, if you ever come back to San Francisco, you got a tour guide right here.
There we go.
There we go.
I have experience.
Where can the wonderful people of the internet reach you and contact you, maybe on Twitter or whatever?
Sure. So my handle is @Dominique P_C, and same thing on Instagram. Those are the two best places to contact me.
I thought you said handle, like a gamer would say it.
Yeah.
Is that not how you guys say it over here?
No.
Do I need? Am I not on my lingo?
That's perfect.
And are you going to give out the Tinder handle, or you shut that down?
That was scary.
Oh my god.
One last question. What is your favorite dessert?
Oh, the internet connection.
Oh no,
did
it's
you hear-
dropping. Hold on.
Are you
Now it's
able to
saying what
hear?
you
Oh
said.
no, the internet went just at the last moment, I think.
Yeah, we're back.
I finally saw what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your favorite dessert, Dominique?
Chocolate banana.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Much love.
That was
We
awesome.
appreciate you. You are the best. We will be watching Wynonna Earp and
Bated breath.
Yeah.
Yes, we can't wait for season 2.
Thanks, guys. You literally. I have to reiterate that you guys are so cool, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Have a good day.
All right, take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Since the splitting of the atom only a few decades ago, and through his God-given genius of science, man, at last, has succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space. Yet many questions remain unanswered.